Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, everybody. Today I will present my project related to the physical science lesson Rube golgberg machine, which I will present the sketch, the material that I use, the simple machines, and accomplish with the process. So let's start with the video. Alright, here you can see my sketch of my Rube golgberg machine, which I like to call Depot 2.0. The material that I will use are a set of tubes, a set of girders, 5 cards, a soccer ball, a knife, a base, and a fruit. The simple machine that I will use is a lever, a pulley, an incline plane, a wheel and axle, a screw, and the wedge. Well, the 6 types of simple machines. As you can look in here, my simple machine, my lever is a first class lever, which the fulcrum is between the resistance force and the effort force. My pulley is a fixed pulley, as you can look in here. This is, the fixed pulley is the normal pulley that they use for using for piñatas, for pulling over like an elevator, etc. The incline planes, as you can look here, are the set of tubes and the set of girders throughout the way until here. My wheel and axle are of the set of cars, but I give more reference to this car because it's the most clear that we will be seeing. The screw, well, in this piece, you could look that here is my screw that will be standing the wedge that will be cutting the fruit that we will use. The material that I use in this case are the tubes that you could look in here, working as an incline plane, and the girders too. 5 cars, which are the wheel, becoming the wheel and axle, to all the way into here. My soccer ball, that you could do this like a planet that is looking here. The knife that will be referring to the wedge. Sorry, the base that will be standing the fruit that could be standing the fruit, and my fruit that could be any type of fruit. In this case, I use a banana fruit, but you can use any type of fruit. You can use a apple, strawberry, a cocoa, etc. So right now, in the next thing, I will leave you with a little more explanation with how I crafted, and so you can understand how I does all these things. So I will leave you with the next scene. Here I will show my simple machines, the materials, and the process that we will use for my Rube golgberg machine. So let's start. Alright, in here as you can see, I have my lever, which is a first class lever where I have my resistance force, that is this car, my fulcrum, and the effort force that will be this rock. Then over that way over here, we're going to have my pulley. The pulley will be related to this. When the lever and the effort force go downward, this car will making a little motion upward, making that this rock over here fall down, making that this car go upward and then collide with this car. This car will go all the way to this set of tube, and with all the set of girders that I have over here, making that this car at last will collide and making a little motion, so it could go all the way to this car, making again a little motion throughout this car, for then at last this car collide with a soccer ball, which the soccer ball is tended by a little branch, as you could see in here, and then this soccer ball will go all the way to this girder, and then causing a little motion, as you can see like here, a little motion to this branch, making that this branch pull up forward the knife that is tended by the screw, and then cutting all the way my banana that we are having here. Alright, the simple machine, as you can see, I have my screw and the wedge, which is the knife, and this stainless screw that I find in here at my home. The incline planes that you can see, all these incline planes that you can see here, and the wheel and axle that are these cars. Well, all the cars that I have standing for the first first part to all the way to this last part, but I have given more reference to this car because it's the most clear scene for you could see the wheel and axle. We see this part joined with the wheel, and then we had my wheel and axle. Then we have from the incline place all the way to the pulley, which is a graphic pulley that I think it all these few days, and where I have my fixed pulley and I lost my lever. Then I will show the materials that I use, which is a piece of table, blocks, and this I don't know if you have seen, but of those bottles that they use for drinking water, another piece of block, tubes, gutter, cars, especially different type of cars, Hot Wheel cars, etc. And a knife, and especially my banana. And you are thinking, why are those like wolf like? Well, this happened to this. I was thinking this. You had my soccer ball, and let me show it right now. You had a soccer ball, it will go all the way in here, cutting the knife, right? But what happened is the soccer ball instead of going forward, will go to another part. So I was thinking, why I could not put a wall line? So I bring some materials to stand those walls so the soccer ball no go neither right nor left, and so it could be easier to know start making so it could go in a straight way, making the knife the wedge cut and cutting the banana. See. Ah.